Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA.
Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Tennessee Titans.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, 82 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. Committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Not a great start to this drive. You have the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jayon Brown just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes Humphries on the return. Fights free yet again. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Titan football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing, Mariota. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
To throw, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. 4th down, Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. 3rd down here. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Humphries now to return. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And he fires one incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try to think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. 2nd and 3. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You see me? You see me?
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. You got a hand in there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Here's Henry, breaks a tackle, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what? Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, they got the ball. And running another 4th down, they declined it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football count.
You're so litigious. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Malcolm Butler, of course, you remember, a former Patriot, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 23. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. As the Titans take the field here, Charles, wanted to discuss their QB situation. Is this a do-or-die year for Marcus Mariota under center?
People want to downplay that, but the bottom line is that it is, because it's the 5th year for him. And remember, he came into the league as the number 2 overall pick behind the number 1 pick, Jameis Winston, and both of them are in similar situations with their teams, Jameis and Tampa Bay. Marcus Mariota needs to stay healthy and play to the level that's expected. I believe if he does that, things will work out quite well for Tennessee. But last year, battled with number.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the
class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL.
Now White lost the football.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Offense.
So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Jarrell Casey, his 2nd sack of the night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, "Would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter?" And I look, well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first.
And now off to the races down the right side. And Michel will find his way in for a Patriots touchdown. Sony Michel, 75 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it 1st on offense to start the 3rd. And they had a nice little drive going last time through the interception in the... And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Stephon Gilmore. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. the play fake. He'll look to throw. On the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Pushing a foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So that one will be accepted. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To Gordon, out left. The 30. 10. And Gordon will work his way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point, good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Mariota now. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. Derrick Henry. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we got a second. We remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And now running right through it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open, Julian Edelman. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Michelle. Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal. And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, Michel. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. They'll set up a throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. They'll drop the throw. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at the 20. Following the interception here, Mariota. And his throw is going to be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Mariota. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now, how many times have we seen that 3rd down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman? Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was the Super Bowl MVP last season. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. That's going to set them back 5 yards. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. They'll set up to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It's a big run there by Henry. 48 yards.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They'll get this to Sharp on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. And the second wave of
time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. The guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
On that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw. That's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Throwing here, Mariota. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Mariota to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. Mariota to throw. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Patriots now down by 2 touchdowns, 70 seconds remaining. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Mariota here to throw. And there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Defense.
Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. He got a hand in there to break that one up.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and do?
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the night. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the left side, a catch by White. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
He's checking crack.
2nd and 11. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too.
Defense.
And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing on second down, Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.